Welcome back, everybody. Today I have stone 261. Now this piece is from Lightning Ridge, Australia. I got this from Carl over at Absolute Opals, and it is 15.7 by 11 by 4.5 millimeters. You can see it's got some nice blue-green colors in it. There's also hints of yellow. But let's weigh it up really quickly and see where it sits. 3.8 carats. That's really nice. So you can see there's a bit of sand here on the top. But let's go get that closer look, and then we'll decide what's going to happen with this little beast. After looking at this piece, it's pretty clean, inside and out, really. This bit of sand on this edge, that'll have to come in. It goes in a little bit. And the sand on the face, that doesn't go in too far, but it will have to come down a bit, which will decrease the thickness of this stone. Now on what should be the bottom here, ultimately, and see how it kind of gets a little thicker on this edge. So I'll have to bring that in as well to make it level, which might ruin this whole bit on the end anyway. Looking at this though, I'm going to get either one large flatter stone, or, hear me out, I can cut it, get this end off here, and probably go for a slightly better domed, smaller stone. Decisions. After a little contemplation and a little bit of hasty artwork, I've decided I'm going for the bigger stone. I might be able to get a higher domed stone out of the out of the larger piece if I cut it. But it's probably not going to make that big of a difference. I have to bring in this edge because of the way it overhangs, and cut in this edge because of that sand. So we'll do that. We'll smooth up the rest of the edges here. And we'll probably take that sand out there and this little bit of sand out in the bottom and level down that lift there. All of this sand is not out yet, but that's good enough to go get a better look and see if I can get a decent sized oval on that. It's going to have a very low dome, definitely. Okay, I've switched over to the 280 grit Nova Burr. I redrew ovals on both sides to see how I could maximize it. I'm going to choose the bottom one to carve into. Then I'll reevaluate. Well, at this stage, it looks pretty good shape-wise. It's not perfect. It needs a little bit more work. Now you can see the big issue where the pencil mark is still left in the face. That little dip is going to be a problem. If I keep that big of a stone, I'm going to have to bring down the top quite a bit, which will make it extremely thin, maybe more thin than I want. So I made an executive decision, and I think I'm going to chase this new shape here. That'll bring in the thinner part enough. Hopefully when I dome it, I won't have to go down too far, and it'll still work out and look pretty nice. I went ahead and threw this on the dot. It'll be easier to control for me. And I'm going to go back to the 600 grit centered diamond burr to make this a little faster and reduce the wear on the Nova burr. Looking good. That needs to come down just a little bit. I think we can go to the 600 grit now. Very nice. I think we're ready for polishing. Oh, baby. We might be pretty close to being done on this one. Let's recap. In the rough, stone 261 weighed 3.8 carats. It was 15.7 by 11 by 4.5 millimeters. I got this from Absolute Opals, and this comes from Lightning Ridge, Australia. In the parcel, per stone, it cost $11.23. Per carat, it was $3.64. Multiply that out, and this stone cost $13.83. Finished, stone 261 weighs 1.8 carats. It's 12 by 7.7 by 3 millimeters. Its body tone is 9, its brightness is 2, and it has a low dome. For the good, it's an opal. It has a great oval shape. It has an excellent polish. It has nice blue and green color with a moss pattern. For the bad, there are sand inclusions inside the stone. There are also tiny remnants of the crack, and you could see it here when I point it out to you, but you probably didn't notice it. Now, I could have gone back to the 600 grit to get the rest of that out, but that would have made a flatter spot in the dome, and I would have had to reshape it. And that might have uncovered a sand inclusion, which is perilously close to the surface. Or I could have polished it for another 15 minutes, but I didn't feel like doing that. So it has to remain there. And I don't think it's going to affect the stone. For the ugly, I don't think there's really anything ugly about this stone. What is the value of stone 261? It cost me $13.83. I figure it's probably worth $40 to $50, even with that tiny crack. What do you think? So here's another stone in the books, and honestly, this is the best stone I've cut so far, and that makes sense. I do love the colors in this. It's a beautiful crystal opal. I wish there was a bit more color play in it, but you know, it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, if I can cut opal, you can cut opal. Now its journey is complete. Thanks for watching. Until next time.